Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 24th Annual KMSU Auction Pre-Show. I am Cole Clementich, one of the co-hosts this year, and right now we are going to preview some of the top donators from the Minot community for the 24th Annual KMSU Auction. And starting us off from Blueprint Basketball, Wade Williamson. Wade, thank you so much for making some time today. Just kind of walk us through some of your donations and a little bit about what Blueprint's all about and maybe some of the impact in the Minot community.
Thanks for having us, Cole. We really appreciate the time. What Blueprint Basketball is about is a different way that we teach basketball as compared to the other trainings facilities in town. We use a more hands-on approach, and we use more teaching and breaking it down, because, not every kid learns the same way. So we always try to make sure that each kid gets that individual time to give them the best bang for their buck.
And just really talk about some of the classes, some of the donations you've had. 26 classes worth. I hear there's 3-on-3 or just some individual skills classes. Kind of give us an in-depth rundown of what you guys have this year.
Yeah, well, I'll start with our 3-on-3 classes. What we do is right after Memorial Day we get started. We're going to modify it just a tiny bit this year, but we have 3-on-3, and basically what we do is, ideally 16 is the perfect number. And, this week, you and I and, little Susie are on a team. And if we play 3 games and we win all three of us go 3 wins, 0 losses. We keep standings in that, and we give away hydros for the champions. We give away hoodies that say champions with our Blueprint logo and all that for the champions. And then what really makes it challenging is next week, it might be me and Johnny and Jimmy. So we're always getting to play with different players, different styles, and we always have the kids, help teach, because not only, do they get sick of hearing me tell them, but if you were to tell them something different, they'd be like, oh my gosh, did you hear what Cole said? So it really helps out a lot with us.
Nice, yeah, and just kind of really expanding on the donations a little bit. So what did you guys give to us this year, and, what can some of the bidders expect tonight maybe?
I'm not even sure I handed you a stack of papers, and it would seem like so long ago. But what we have is individual classes, and say if you just want to try us out, bid on the individual class, come out, check us out. You won't be disappointed. And then we have several 8-week courses. We have everything from little to kids basketball, brand new to basketball, and then we go up into beginners where they have some experience, into an intermediate, and even an advanced, where we're really looking at different things, attacking a rim, defense, stuff like that.
Yeah, really good stuff, and really also talking about the impact that Blueprint has on the community. Like you said, there's a bunch of different classes, lots of kids at different age levels. What are some things that you guys are working on currently with that?
I'll give you kind of an example. One of my favorite things that we do is Jeremy Fowler's got the Lakers shootout this weekend. We've got probably 40 or 50 of our kids that are playing, and they're all like, Coach, you got to come and watch. And stuff like my assistant Adam, my assistant Jersey, and Sam, we're going to be out there and we're going to be dispersed everywhere trying to watch our kids. Not only do we want them to be good basketball players, we want them to be good people, and try to get that life lesson in there with them too, and help them. Maybe, hypothetically, we might be the only positive influence they have in that day. And we want to make sure that we're, 100% of the time for these kids.
Yeah, and you kind of just touched on it there. You want to give out good life lessons. We're almost out of time here, but just talk about, what is a message that you have for all the kids, for all the parents, and what's the goal for Blueprint in the future?
Every kid gets a chance. You can talk about how this coach or that coach did such a great job with all of these great basketball players. We want some of the kids that work hard. They may not be the best basketball player, but they work hard. Their attitude is good. And we really want to get those kids out and push them to get them a chance. Some of them are overlooked, and we don't ever want to do that to anybody.
Yeah, in some cases, there's a lot of that happens. And Wade, we thank you so much for joining us to talk about Blueprint basketball and a little bit more on the donations this year. So
Thank you so much. We appreciate it,
Yeah,
Cole.
thank you for making some time, Wade. And like I said, folks, this is the 24th annual KMSU auction pre-show. We are just getting started. We want to thank all of our sponsors for the KMSU auction this year, and also to Project B, our local charity of choice this year. We're going to kick it off to the next interview.
Thanks, Cole. Representing the Minot Minotauros as their game day operations manager, I have with me Kobe Brault. Kobe, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Good. So I just have a few questions. As a game day operations manager, how do you get the team and the fans ready for the game? What excites them?
Yeah, so it kind of, the Toros obviously have been building over the last decade plus, kind of big within the community. And so, there's a lot of expectation year over year that comes with winning as they've done a lot in the past. And so on a basic game day, it's just kind of, it's about the preparation leading up to it. We have posters that go out all around town promoting the games, the upcoming promotions, things of that nature. And just kind of using our sponsors in ways that are beneficial both ways is kind of the main thing that we try to do when leading up to any given game week.
Yeah, and what would you say is like the most fun or enjoyable part of the game? Do you guys have events between periods?
Yeah, so that's one of the things that I really love about just any given Toros game. We give away a ton to the fans. We try to keep it as engaging as possible, and make it much more about much more than the X's and O's. Even if you don't know hockey at all, just to be able to come in and have the chance to win be it like a free milkshake, a free combo meal at McDonald's. It's small stuff, but it adds up. And, especially with the young kids to be able to give them, a prize or make them, get them up on the Jumbotron, stuff like that. That's lasting memories that, you carry with you moving forward, whether you are a big hockey fan or just a casual fan. So we try to keep it as engaging as possible, have games in between periods and stuff like that. And we always try to have just a lot going on so that, it's fun for everybody.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any special events or home games coming soon?
Yeah, so December 16th is our next home game. That's one of our big ones. That's our teddy bear toss. And so after we score our first goal, everybody in the crowd either brings in a teddy bear, purchases one when they get there, what have you, and gets to throw that on the ice. We then have a cleanup crew that comes out, puts all those into bags and then gets those out to some great organizations for the holiday season. And so that you can, even if you're not planning on attending that game, you can sponsor a teddy bear virtually. And so right now we have 12 organizations, and that's just through our merchandise store that you can sponsor one. It's $15. You can pick one of the 12 organizations that you want, and so $10 of that will go to that organization, and then the other $5 will go towards a teddy bear and a free ticket to somebody that may not have a chance to get to a game. If you have a large family, we try to stay. Our tickets are $8. We try to keep it family affordable,
Mm-hmm.
but especially during the holiday season, it's hard. Money gets tight, and so we try to include as many people as possible that maybe wouldn't have a chance to come to the game. Bring them to the game. They get to have a teddy bear too to throw out on the ice just like everyone else and to be a part of that. And so that's our next big one is the 16th. That's going to be a huge night. And so
that's awesome.
So yeah, that's the next big one.
Yeah, and we want to give you a special thanks for the 4 season tickets that you guys donated for the Minotauros home games.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything you want to say to the lucky bid winners of those tickets tonight?
Yeah, no, obviously anything that we can do to help out in the community, that's really what it's all about with a team like this. It's the team's for the city, benefits greatly from the city and the way that the city supports it. And so as many different ways as we can give back, we love doing that. And so, obviously, hopefully whoever wins it, isn't necessarily a fan already, and they become a fan just by coming out and seeing us a few times. And that's always kind of the goal, is just come see us one time, and hopefully you enjoy yourself so much that you come back for more.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
that was Kobe Brault from the Minotauros hockey team. Make sure to tune in to their next home game against the Bismarck Bobcats on December 16th, and that'll be the Teddy Bear game. We'll take it to the next interview.
Thank you so much. So right here, I'm with Cole Kruger, who's the Director of Marketing here at Minot State University. And before I go on too long, I want you to tell us about yourself.
Sure thing. Well, thank you for having me, Logan. Yeah, my name is Cole Kruger. I work here as the Marketing Director, and I actually grew up right here in Minot and went here to Minot State University, graduated with 2 degrees. My undergrad and my graduate degree are from here. And while I was going to school, met my now wife, mother of my 3 kids. Thanks, Lace. And came back here to work actually about a year and a half ago in the role I'm in right now as marketing director. So it's been awesome being here.
Oh, that's great. So, so far with your part, what is your absolute favorite part of working here at Minot State University?
You know, it's such a generic answer, but it really is the people. We are unique as a campus that we feel big enough. We have buildings and we have a lot of opportunities, D2 sports, for example. But at the same time, I feel like I could name every single employee in our staff directory if you showed me their photo. And being able to still maintain that close-knit culture is just amazing. And I think it sets us apart in a big way.
Yes, of course. Speaking of setting us apart in a big way, what is one opportunity here that you probably couldn't get anywhere else?
You know, I think my marketing brain immediately wants to talk about like affordability or scholarships or student to teacher ratio, but really it's empowerment. And I experienced that myself as a student. When I was going to school here, I was almost forced to get out of my comfort zone and be involved. Kind of like you right now, by the way. You know, doing things that might not feel natural to you or might even be a little scary. And I think our campus is uniquely positioned to encourage our students to do that, because some students are going to be willing to do that no matter what, and they're going to exceed probably anywhere. Where I think we are different is that we can find that next group of students who are thinking about it, and we have the connections to encourage them to get involved, to be engaged, and then participate and interview people during the KMSU auction.
Of course.
Like you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a pretty big step. Before we go on for too long, I wanted to ask if somebody wanted to learn more about Minot State University, or maybe the scholarships that you're talking about, where would they go? What would be their best course of action?
Okay, hopefully you're finding out about it, because I'm so good at placing ads online. But if you're not, please just go. Our website has all that information on there.
Of course.
We work really hard as a campus to be clear with all that information. And you as a student, I hope that when you were in high school, we found you and presented you with the information. So, but yeah, if you're watching right now and you haven't heard about what we're doing recently, one brand new thing we announced last year was the Hometown Pride Scholarship. Cut me off if I'm going too long, Logan. But the Hometown Pride Scholarship is something that we targeted specifically to this region of the state. And we did that for a number of reasons, but a big one is just to celebrate this local area. We find it to be a unique area. Right now it's winter, basketball season starting up. If you go to a small school gymnasium, like on a Friday night or whatever, in the next couple weeks or in the next couple months, you're going to be kind of caught off guard by how much passion and pride they have in their institution. So we want to capture that. We want those students here. We want those families to come watch them, to be a part of our campus too. So that scholarship, I think, is really exciting, and I hope people want to learn more about that.
Yeah, of course. Well, thank you so much, Cole. And now, before we go on for too long, I'd like to kick it over to Janie, who'll be interviewing Debbie Harris from Fiance.
Thank you, Logan. Yes, like he said, I'm joined by Debbie Harris from Fiance. So Fiance, Debbie, let's start with what exactly do you do? Like, what is your position? How long have you been in Minot? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I own Fiance for 38 years.
Okay.
Started it in 1985. I never dreamt I'd be doing this long, but I love it.
Yeah.
I love the community, and I love to be able to give back to you guys.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about what Fiance is exactly. Like, what do you guys do there? What services do you guys provide?
Well, it's a bridal emporium, is what I'm going to say. It's
Okay.
got 10,000 square feet. It's
Okay.
got 3.5 levels. And upstairs it's got a runway for the prom girls. So there's
fun.
Right now there's 800 dresses, but by next week there'll be 900.
Wow.
There's a so you can walk in the catwalk. Mm-hmm. You can also pose in the life-size Barbie box.
Oh my gosh. Fun.
Then there's a mezzanine for prom girls as well. And then the main level is mothers, tuxes, suits. And the lower level is about 500 to 600 wedding gowns.
Wow. So the whole basement is reserved for wedding
Correct.
stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so we're dressed by Fiance tonight. So tell us a little bit about like what we're wearing, what inspired it, where can people find it? Tell us more.
This is a brand that we carry out of New York. We've been friends with this company very close friends for 38 years.
Okay.
So they came to me and asked me about launching a website and carrying just their products only, and that's matchformalwear.com.
Okay.
So what we started off with, first of all, is like your bow tie, the pocket squares, suspenders, vests, that type of thing. So we ran a trial and we've tested it for about a year now. So now we are going to go to what the guys are going to be showing you. The cowboys are showing you later.
Yes, the cowboys.
That is a stretch suit. So they'll be able to stretch all the way around. They'll be able to hug in it. The pants are stretch, very comfortable.
Yeah.
Then we also are going to be introducing these at our next launch. This will be before prom season, so probably January we'll get these in there. And all the fun coats that you see tonight, the velvets and the prints and the splattered paint ones, those will be launching in January on Match Formal Wear.
Okay, awesome. So changing directions a little bit to the community, what all does Fiance do, or how are they involved in the community? What do you guys do to support local businesses and things like that?
Well, I personally, it's my mission just because I need to be very grateful for what I've been given here in Minot. I feel privileged that people keep coming back to us. So I help out 2 entrepreneurs a week, whether they're a startup or just they need help on social media. Maybe it's not even in our community. Maybe it's another bridal store in South Dakota and she just needs some help. So that's on my mission board and I do that religiously every single week. I help 2 entrepreneurs. So my 2 entrepreneurs were helped today by me. And actually, I guess this would be a third for the week.
Yeah. Oh yeah, KMSU auction.
Yep.
Awesome. So how about if people are trying to get a hold of you or find you, where do they find you? What number do they contact? All of those sorts of things.
Well, you would find us right downtown. And right now we've got 2 fabulous windows. One is Grinch and one is church windows. So you can't miss our windows. We're very well known for our windows.
Yeah.
And right on number 6 South Minot. And you can also go just to Fiance if you want to on the website. You can order on there. You can also, we do everything by appointment so that we give you a better experience. So I highly recommend just doing an appointment.
Yes. All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight,
You're very
Debbie.
welcome.
We're looking forward to showing off our apparel for the rest of the night.
And my message to all of you is to bid everything up, up, up. So these guys make lots of money tonight.
Help our broadcasting department out.
Yes.
All right. Once again, that is Debbie Harris from Fiance. We are going to kick it to the next interview of the night, and Alex is going to be interviewing Brooke from Project B.
Thanks, Janie. Like Janie said, tonight I have Brooke Yashishin here with me from Project B, where she holds the title of Development Director. Brooke, can you tell the viewers what Project B is about and what it is?
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
So Project B, we rebranded from the YWCA in 2020. So we provide a variety of anti-poverty services to Western North Dakota. So we have our Dakota Diaper Pantry and our Winter Warming Center. We have a community closet, basic needs pantry, shower and laundry programs. So whatever you need just to get back on your feet, or if you're kind of going through a low point, we can provide those services to people in our community.
Awesome. So with Project B being rebranded and everything, how do you get your name out there to the community and for people who need those things?
Yeah, so we're pretty active on social media. We have a very good social media manager that does a lot of that stuff for us. Our shelter is located downtown on 3rd Avenue. That's open year-round for the non-shelter services, and then right now we have the Winter Warming Center open, and we're very busy with that, so people are always welcome to stop by if they need services or call ahead and make an appointment with us.
Awesome. How do people call and make appointments? How do they find out your number? Do community members help out people that they may see that need those services?
Sure. We have a lot of community partners that are great, other agencies that make referrals to us, and we try and make those same referrals
awesome.
If we can't meet their needs. They can always just call and make an appointment. Our diaper pantry application is online, so people can do that on our website. And then once they're signed up, they can get their monthly supplement.
That's awesome. So, like I said earlier, you hold the title of Development Director. What is that? What do you do?
So Development Director does a variety of things.
Yeah.
We do fundraising, donor relations, some of the events, work side by side with social media to make sure that we have consistent messaging and branding. Outreach events like this, kind of be the face of what Project B is doing in the community.
Wow, that's awesome. I really appreciate you being here. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to our pre-show. Make sure you tune in for the actual auction at 6. Thank you.
Hi. Hi, my name's Hannah, and I am here with Amanda Hyam. She works at Shields. She's a marketing director, and I see we both got the floral memo tonight,
yes.
so we are rocking this table. So Amanda, do you want to just tell us a little bit about what you do at Shields?
Yes, I'm a marketing leader, so I am in charge of all of our events, donations, community outreach, all of that fun stuff.
That's awesome. So community outreach, what kind of things have you done in the community this year?
Oh gosh, what haven't we done? We try to be in as many pots as possible. Between sports and just any nonprofits and things like that, we like to help out our community in any way we can. So we take donations all the time. We're getting ready for our week of giving in December, we just try to have our hand in anything we possibly can to help out our community.
Absolutely. So tell me a little bit more about the week of giving that you said is coming up.
Yeah, our week of giving, we have different organizations, nonprofits that we choose between people in our store to give money to.
That's awesome. That's
just
cool.
Straight up donation.
I love that.
Yeah.
I know that you have definitely donated for many things on Minot State University. One of them, most recently, being the Minot State Talent Show, the first annual. We plan on many more. So thank you so much for that donation. How do you decide that which organizations you want to help out?
We have different factors that we have to take into consideration, but I guess to keep it simple, it's just anybody in our community that is going to end up helping in the long run. So obviously college students, you are here and we want you to stay in Minot. So if you like different businesses like Shields, you're more willing to stay within our community if businesses in our community help you feel more involved.
For sure, I feel very involved in this community, and part of that is just from all the donations that you have. Like tonight, we have a donation from you as well, and again, thank you for that too. You're very generous. But I know that Shields as a brand is doing pretty well. I know you just finished building the new store in Dakota Square. Can you tell me about how that process went?
Oh, it was a very long process. We've been waiting for a new store for a long time, so it took over a year after our initial announcement that we were getting the new store, taking over the old Sears location. That had been a rumor for years and years, and then it finally actually happened. So now we are there and completely upgraded. We are the newest store in the company, and even though they have already announced 2 more. We're still the newest right now. Fuzzy Wigs and the candy store and mini bowling and arcade and just more product in general. Lots of good things.
I was definitely excited to check out the new store in Fuzzy Wigs, and I haven't gone bowling yet, but have you done any of the new activities in the store?
Yes, I mean we had to try them all out before we opened.
Oh darn!
We had to play to break, is what it was. Kids are hard on things. Gotta try them out.
I'm sure.
Yes.
And then tell me a little bit more about how many stores we have in the communities. I know we are over quite a few different states, like North Dakota, Minnesota.
We have over 30 stores in the U.S. We've branched out down to Texas, and they just announced Illinois and Wichita, and we're kind of all over, but still fairly small. But each store is still their own, so we still help out our own communities, even though our corporate office is in Fargo. We still like to help out our own communities.
Yeah, perfect. I love the Fargo one because they have the giant Ferris wheel.
Oh yes, I wish we could have.
That's okay. Maybe in the next rebuild.
Right.
Was there anything else that you wanted to tell us about Shields before we wrap up today?
Sure. We do have a community giving tree going for community action. So that's at our east entrance. It's a little Christmas tree with tags on it. So all the toys and donations for that tree go to community action toy store. And then we have our reindeer event that's coming up on the 17th. So we have live reindeer, we'll have Mrs. Claus, and some hot chocolate too.
Oh, delicious. I love that. Well, thank you so much, Amanda.
Thank you.
Like I said, Shields is going to be sponsoring or has items on one of our packages tonight. So look out for that later. But right now I'm going to kick that back to Cole. Cole?
Yeah, thank you so much, Hannah. And that puts a wrap on the 24th annual KMSU auction pre-show. Again, we want to thank Deb, Amanda, Brooke, Kobe, Wade, and Cole for joining us. Some of the top donators and representatives from Fiance, also from Project B as well. We also want to thank our sponsors for the KMSU auction this year. Stay tuned, guys, 6:30 for the 24th annual KMSU auction.